In this lecture, we will discuss three-phase induction motor, that is introduction of three-phase induction motor and working principle of three-phase induction motor. Before discussing the introduction of a three-phase induction motor, first we will see that where the induction motor stands in the hierarchy of electrical machines. You all know that electrical machines can be classified as generators and motors. As you all know that generators are basically those electrical machines which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Whereas in case of motor, you all know that energy conversion in motor is from electrical energy to mechanical energy. Okay. So induction motor is basically come into the category of those electrical machines which convert electrical energy into mechanical energy. Now there are lots of different types of motors we have. For example, if we want to categorize electrical motors, we can categorize electrical motors on the basis of input supply, as you all know that the input electrical energy can be of DC in nature or it can be a AC in nature. It means we can further classify electrical machine into AC machine and DC machines. That is, electrical motor can be further classified as DC motors and AC motors. Now, if you see that what we have right now is the categorization is like this. We have electrical machine, can be classified as generator and motors. Motors can further be classified as DC motors and AC motors. AC motor can further be classified as follows. We can categorize AC motor into three main categories. The first one is induction motor. Second is synchronous motor. And the third one can be special motors. The synchronous motor is a motor or electrical machine whose rotor rotates at synchronous speed. That is, synchronous motor always runs at synchronous speed. What is synchronous speed? As you all know that the speed of a rotating magnetic field is basically a synchronous speed of the motor, and which is equals to 120 F by P. You all are aware with this formula, where F is the supply frequency, P is the number of poles. Now, the first category that we are put it over here is induction motor. Induction motor is basically an electrical motor which works on the principle of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, and it works at a speed lower than the synchronous speed. Its speed is basically lower than synchronous speed. Now, right now what we have is, we have seen that we have electrical machine. Electrical machine can be categorized as generator and motor. Motor consists of AC motors. In the category of AC motor, we have our induction motor. Now, this induction motor can further be classified as induction motor can further be classified as single phase induction motor, polyphase induction motor. This categorization is basically depends on the nature of input supply. See, as we know that motor, the input supply is in a form of electrical energy, and electrical energy can be provided by a single phase supply as well as by a polyphase supply. Polyphase supply means what? It can have two phases or more than two phases. That is, can have 3 phase, 5 phase, 7 phase, etc. See, on the basis of nature of supply, we can categorize induction motor as single phase induction motor and polyphase induction motor. Similarly, on the basis of other parameters, like we will see later on in this lecture, like on the basis of structure of rotor, you can categorize induction motor as squirrel cage induction motor, or wound type induction motor. We will discuss these categorization later on. So right now we have a clear picture of where the induction motor lies in the hierarchy of electrical machine. Okay. Now we will see that why induction motor is so popular and so important in industries, as well as why induction motor is highly popular globally. Before going into that, first we will discuss the history of induction motor. Induction motor is basically invented by Nikola Tesla. And this invention took place around 100 years ago. And you will be surprised to know that around 50% of the global electrical energy consumption is due to the synchronous motor. 50% of the total consumption is global electrical energy consumption is by induction motors. And if you see the scenario at industrial level, the electrical energy consumed by induction motor in the industry constitute 88% to 90% of the total consumption of the industry. Of the total consumption in the industries. See, this is how you can visualize the popularity of induction motor. In most of the industrial uses, we usually use induction motor. For example, in elevators you will use induction motor. For example, in elevators you will use induction motors. In electric vehicle you will use induction motors. And in household appliances, in your refrigerator, you will use induction motor. So induction, the reason behind that is this: that induction motor has unique features, such as induction motor you will find that in induction motor there is no brushes. What does it mean? It means reduce power losses. It means relatively high efficiency. Another important feature is no commutator. Again, it contributes to the efficiency. Another important feature is no permanent magnet used. It means no aging effect. And these two features that now I am going to highlight are the most important feature of induction motor. The first one is it is self-starting. That is no requirement of external input power in order to install the rotor. What does it mean? It doesn't mean that we didn't have to apply any energy or we didn't have to give any electrical input to the motor. No. It means that if we just supply a three-phase supply to the induction motor, it will start by its own. If we just give a three-phase supply to the stator of the induction motor, that induction motor it starts its rotation. Unlike other motors, for example, in case of synchronous motor, you have to use different starting mechanism over there. Another important feature is its speed can be easily controlled by controlling the input supply frequency. This is one of the most important feature, especially for mechanical engineering students. In most of the cases, what you have to do is you have to control the speed of the motor, isn't it? So in case of induction motor, what you have is you just have to control the frequency of the supply. If you control the frequency of the supply, you can easily control the speed of the motor. Okay. Now, what you observe is that till now we have discussed different features of induction motor, and it has been found that in case of induction motor, we just give a supply to the stator of the induction motor. The stator of the induction motor can be like this. We just give a 3-phase supply or a single phase supply depending upon the type of motor to the induction motor. And then what will happen? By the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, another field developed due to the rotor and interaction, and by the interaction of these two fields you will have a rotation of the motor. Okay, so what we see is this motor is basically a single faded motor. That unlike a DC machine, in case of DC machine you have seen that a DC machine is a doubly fed motor. That is, we have to give a direct current in the field winding and an alternating current in their armature winding. Okay, also if you look at induction motor, in case of induction motor, the power transfer from the stator to the rotor side is by the principle of electromagnetic induction, whereas in case of DC motor, the power transfer takes place by the mode of conduction, that is the electrical power delivered directly to the armature of the DC motor via commutator. So therefore DC motor is basically referred as conduction motor, whereas in case of induction motor, in which the rotor receives its power not by conduction but by induction, and therefore this motor is called as an induction motor. So if we summarize the definition of induction motor, the induction motor is basically an AC motor in which electric current in the rotor needed to produce torque is obtained by electromagnetic induction from the magnetic field of the stator winding. Now also we have discussed that the speed of an induction motor, that is the speed of induction motor, is not equals to the synchronous speed. It means that we can call induction motor as asynchronous motor. Okay, whereas motors which runs at a synchronous speed is usually called as synchronous motor. Okay. Now, what is the reason why the speed of a induction motor cannot be equals to the synchronous motor? We will discuss in the lecture later on. Okay. Now, if we conclude our discussion, what we observed that induction motor is a singly fed motor and there is no moving contact between the stator and rotor. Okay. This thing will be more clear when we discuss the construction of an induction motor. Now, because of that absence of this moving contact, okay, the reliability of the motor increases, maintenance is almost negligible, there is no wear and tear due to the moving part, and the induction motor efficiency is relatively high as the losses get reduced. Now, another difference between the previous motor and induction motor is that induction motor carries alternating current in both the stator and the rotor winding, whereas in case of DC motor, you already studied, in case of DC motor, the direct current DC current is fed in the field winding and alternating current is in the armature winding. Okay. So another machine which works on the principle of electromagnetic induction is transformer. You know that transformer works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. If we have a transformer, we have primary winding, we have secondary winding, we give supply to the primary because of the induction, a voltage appear across it. But the difference between the transformer and induction motor is that in case of induction motor, same thing will happen, that is, we will give a supply to the stator, a stator coil and the rotor coil. Voltage is induced in the rotor coil, but in case of induction motor, this rotor coil is free to rotate. whereas in case of transformer both the coils are fixed. So till now we have a brief idea about the induction motor. That is, induction motor lies in the category of AC motors. Okay. In the category of AC motor, we have three types of motors. That is induction. We have induction motor. We have synchronous motor. We have special motor. And as far as the operation of induction motor is concerned, we just discussed in brief that induction motor works on the principle of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. What will happen? We will give a three-phase supply to the stator, and voltage is induced in the rotor. Because of that voltage induced in the rotor, we have a motion. We will see later, discuss in detail later on that how induction motor works. During that discussion it will be more clear to you. Okay. Now we also see that induction motor has few special features such as no brushes, no commutator, no permanent magnet. Electromagnet is used in case of induction motor. That is, the stator windings act as an electromagnet. Okay. It is self-starting, that is, no starter, separately starter is used in case of induction motor, and its speed is easily controllable by controlling the input supply frequency. These are the features of induction motor. Okay. Now we will focus on the construction of induction motor.